ASEAN harus menjadi pionir, harus menjadi imam, harus menjadi pelopor pengawasan hutan yang berbasis nagari.
Across Southeast Asia, the relationship of humans to nature hangs in a delicate balance. The forests, which provide sustenance and livelihood for millions of indigenous and forest-dependent communities, are under constant threat from development. This has resulted in a vicious cycle of worsening poverty and accelerating loss of forest in the region. But an emerging forest management system is showing promise of reversing this trend and empowering local communities to be at the forefront of sustainable forest use.
Sa balunado hutan nagari, kami masyarakat siko lah kompak juga. Nan hutan ko ndak boleh ditebangi, ndak boleh kayu-kayunya, dan sumber air berasia kami di siko, sumber air berasia dari hutan tu. Sumber air sawah kami di siko dari hutan tu. Itu makanya ko ndak boleh tu digaduh. Beko ketinggian bukit ko jauh tinggi, kedatangan erosi itu kami ndak bisa apa-apa oleh sawah kami dalam longsor.
Nah, jak kom tau na po hau ir bukal pri ta bon ir bu chuh neh neh tam tang su ri ba ru nyup neh ta bon neh bang taj ma neh bon ir sa kom poក្នុងbonមានបង្គេសkomជំនឿដើមពីតិចពូតាច់ណៃចែកដាច់riពុកមកកាត់សហគមន៍ព្រៃការពារriពុតបង្រួបបង្រួមក្នុងសហគមន៍តបនណាទៅ
More and more, the sustainable use of forest is becoming more urgent, especially in the context of global climate change. The link between global warming and loss of forest is by now common knowledge supported by scientific fact.
Well, right now, the Southeast Asian region, for example, has one of the highest loss of forests in the world. Conversion of forest lands or forested lands to agriculture will release massive amounts of greenhouse gases. Well, right now, forest or the loss of forest and forest lands contribute 25% more or less in terms of greenhouse gas emissions.
Often in the policy arena in developing countries, we hear policymakers pose forests and food security as opposites, with the more important primary basic need being food security.
But if you think of food security more broadly, as I said earlier, and you incorporate nutritional security, and you think about, well, if we cut the forests to grow more rice, for example, yes, we'll get more calories, but we might be losing fruits, vegetables, animal source foods, which are, in many cases, more urgent for people.
We are in ASEAN actually also aware that economic change should happen without compromising food security needs of the region. We also recognize that forests provide important protein, vitamins, and minerals which contribute great nutritional value for forest and rural people. This is why ASEAN has embraced the element of nutrition in its food security plans. We also support the diversification of forest and farm systems to address food security needs.
As a regional body, the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, recognizes the importance of an emerging forest management system, which shows the promise of reversing the declining trend and empowering local communities to be in the forefront of sustainable forest use. The ASEAN, as a regional power, has the opportunity to lead the way with greater support for social forestry.
Ya, memilih hutan nagari itu Pak di waktu mulai membuka ini sudah disepakati sama orang yang pendulu-pendulu ikut Bapak. Nah, itu kan sudah disepakati. Jadi yang di belakang-belakang cuma menyusuli, yang memperkuat itu. Kami petani sawah, jadi mengingat menimbang kalau dirusak hutan tentu kekeringan kita. Yang rugi siapa? Itu masyarakat yang rugi, yang bekerja pribadi, semua yang nanggung rugi.
Panglah nau ban yat keh ta nau reh ban ta nai he klai nau reh ban chi lah ban mu keh pulah kal nglan da pri ine ne ne jadi ban mu keh de ba wang oh lần ri hueng ban srang ban ta nai he nau ban đầm
Communities engaged in social forestry tend to benefit from economic integration in the region through the ASEAN Economic Community. But there are positive and negative impacts which need to be managed.
So with a population of 600 million people within the region, this means that there is a broad market for selling the products of the social forestry stakeholders. So there's a lot to be gained in terms of access to markets and also being able to sell to a broader consumer base. Of course, aside from the benefits, there may also be some negative impacts. We should be able to provide them with the security of tenure, provide them with the capacity to resist attempts to displace them from their land, also make them more aware of the opportunities of the ASEAN Economic Community, and also capacitate them to improve their enterprises so that they will become more efficient and therefore more competitive in a regionalized market.
Ngap ta kase phim yun này chi sập sai trong ASEAN thì bằng mà từng lệประเทศในปังมายัดเกะดีๆlahมาดมยาปังจีเกะนาวอดยกอดกลางเงินตำปรีแตกตำปรีแตกนี่จีเห็นในขนมสะกมยาปังเกะนาวแจกรำแรกดังลงการอาเซียนหรือปังพุทธกาแจกรำแรกนี่อันเวะลานพุทธตำหลอกตำใจ
We note that the ASEAN Economic Community may also have negative impacts on forest peoples if not properly managed, and thus we agree that safeguards are important to protecting our forest ecosystems and unit cultural integrity. Such safeguards are also being proposed by the ASEAN Social Forestry Network, which promote community participation in dual goals of conservation and livelihood enhancement.
Ya, harapan kami sebagai nenek moyang di sini supaya anak cucu kita jangan sengsara nanti. Nah, kalau di Babat juga ini kan mungkin anak cucu kami nanti bagaimana dia tuh hidup masa depannya untuk mengairi sawah. Nah, itu ke depannya, enggaknya sampai anak cucu terjaga hutan ini.
Through the launch of the ASEAN Economic Community, or AEC, we hope to bring positive economic change to the region. As we aware and we understand the occurrence of the climate change in our region, we believe that the togetherness ASEAN can lead other regional and global players and similar initiatives toward ecological conservation and equitable economic development.
Marilah kita bersama-sama, ya, baik di Indonesia, kita himbau kawan-kawan kita negara ASEAN dan tentunya dunia bahwa untuk mempertahankan hidup dan kehidupan di dunia ini, terutama tentunya kita hutan dulu. Ketika hutan itu terjaga, insya Allah semuanya akan terjaga. Itu marilah kita mulai. Kapan lagi kalau kita tidak mulai dari sekarang, dan siapa lagi kalau bukan kita?